What's good, everyone? Vice here, back with another video, and today guys I'm going to be talking about God of War Ragnarok and something I've talked about quite a bit on this channel about its release date. A lot of people still think it's coming out 2022. I'm still one of those people, but recently Jaffe, the creator of God of War, has come out and said that he believes that it'll slip into 2023. So his reasoning behind this was pretty much going off of what the developers are saying. The animator, one of the animators, came out and said that's coming out this year. Jaffe pretty much says that we can't really take that as a complete, confirmation. Like, even though the developer may be confident, he stated that when they were working on games, because Jaffe, he's an industry veteran, he said that when they were working on projects that there were things that he knew that the rest of the team didn't know. So we could be running into the issue of maybe the team thinks the game is coming out, but the higher ups are uncertain. And he gives a good example. So I made a video talking about the 4-year anniversary on God of War 2018. They dropped a video talking about Ragnarok and how it's not ready to be shown. And there's something important that I forgot that Jaffe mentioned. Cory Barlog didn't really talk about the year that is coming out. He didn't say it's coming this year. And you'd think that's something that he would have mentioned. Now, a lot of people have stated that the 4-year anniversary video was pretty much made to put people at ease, because of course we haven't heard anything about the game the whole year. So when it's the 4-year anniversary of the previous game, then we expect some sort of announcement of some sort. So that was pretty much the reason that video even released. The fact that Cory didn't mention the release year, like, oh, it's coming this year, don't worry guys. Instead, he just talked about how it's not ready to be shown. And if a game's coming out this year and we're entering pretty much the halfway point of this year and we don't have a trailer, never mind a state of play, we don't even have a trailer yet, then how can we expect the game to come out this year? So I see Jaffe's reasoning. And the guy ended up making a bet. If God of War Ragnarok comes out this year, he said that he'd wear a Trump hat in all of his streams or something like that. And he's a liberal, he's not conservative, so of course that's something that he doesn't want to do. So the fact that he's coming off pretty confident lets me know that there is a pretty good chance, because he is an industry veteran. I'm not gonna say that he's some oracle or whatever, but the guy does have connections. He does know Cory Barlog, he does know people at the team. But the fact that he's that confident that it's gonna slip into next year lets me know that we might have to be prepared to wait for this game next year. Like, that might actually be something we have to do, because as each day goes by and we don't hear about this game, more and more likely it looks like that it's going to slip into 2023. And I would be disappointed at that, but looking at Horizon Forbidden West, right, last year when we thought it was going to come out. Now, granted, they weren't as confident, because the God of War developers seem very confident that it's coming out this year. So that does give me hope. Last year with Horizon, we did think it would come out last year, but they ended up delaying it. And God of War ended up getting delayed as well. But if this game gets pushed back to 2023, then, that would be very strange, especially for a game that was supposed to come out last year. And I know a lot of people thought the date last year was fake, but we ended up learning about Christopher Judge and his health issues. So chances are, if he didn't run into those health issues, it potentially could have released last year. But to sum up my thoughts on this situation, now, Jaffe saying this does make me feel like, it makes me accept that 2023 is more likely, because initially I was like, there's a very slim chance it's coming out or getting delayed next year. But after that video, which I'll link in the description, I'm definitely tentative about 2022 release date. And all the signs pointing at it potentially getting delayed, I mean, they're looking more and more visible. So yeah, like, for me, I think it's coming out this year. I'm still hopeful. I'm a very hopeful person. I mean, just looking at my first video on this channel talking about why it could come out last year, which was wrong. I'm still hopeful. The developers, I'm gonna put my trust into them. Jaffe, he does bring up good points, but if we don't see anything, soon, and I don't want to put out a window, but soon. I mean, we have to see something soon. Like, if we see something in, like, let's say August or September, the game's not coming out this year. We're at that point now where if we see something like 3 months from now, then yeah, it's getting delayed. But if we see something in June, well, it could still come out this year. July, maybe, if it comes out in October. But if this game gets shown again in August, I don't think it's coming out this year. July is like the cutoff point for me. But yeah, that's pretty much my perspective. I think that's still coming out this year, but if it doesn't, I wouldn't really be surprised. And it would be disappointing. But then again, it's like, I'm fine with waiting for this game. You know, God of War 2018 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm not really, like, it's almost unbelievable that it's coming out this year, you know, because for me, time has really gone by fast since God of War 2018 has released, even though, you know, it's been like 4 years, right? So it feels like a long time. Well, it seems like a long time, but it doesn't really feel like a long time. So that's why I'm fine with waiting. But I know a lot of people are restless, so I understand that. But I'd rather have a delayed game than a horrible game, a broken game. You know, Cyberpunk was an example of that. And I don't want to see Sony rush out a product because they're known for their quality. They're known for taking their time and delivering. That's pretty much it for me in this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And yeah, I'll see you all in the future. Vice out. Peace.